Hey there, guys. Randy here from the Gateway to Heroes podcast. These are my reading recommendations for the week of February 28th. I don't have a lot this week. I only have 5 books. I was supposed to be getting 7 titles. However, 2 of those titles that I wanted, In Bloom #3 from Boom Studios and Warm Fusion #2 from Distillery, I didn't get because, again, they're part of that whole Diamond exclusive thing, and my current shop is not getting from Diamond. So I may not see those books ever. Might have to go order them from another source. I don't know. It's all up in the air. I'm really just getting frustrated with this whole thing with Diamond and all the publishers that are still exclusive to them, because that means now there's books I'm not going to be able to read unless I order them specifically or ask someone to get them for me from another store. But that's enough of that tirade. Give my shout outs as usual to Enos L. Nickens and his Big Nick's Picks, which he does here every week on our group page, as well as Eddie Nueves and his Eddie from the Batcave YouTube channel. Thank you guys both very much. Let's jump right into it. DC Comics, Absolute Wonder Woman #5, written by Kelly Thompson with art by Hayden Sherman. This is the cardstock cover by Homare. Homare. I don't know if that's supposed to be a silent H. I'm sorry. Here is the regular inside cover for the book. I love this story. I really love what Kelly Thompson did here. She wrapped up the first arc. I cannot wait for the second arc. Again, this is probably, in my opinion, one of the best iterations of Wonder Woman we've had in a very long time. Also, by the way, I had a hard time picking this particular cover, and not because all the variant covers were fantastic, but because of all the ones offered, this is the one that I found least meh. You know what I'm saying? Have you guys ever gone to get a book and it had multiple covers and none of them really moved you? That's where I was with this book. So great story. Like I said, Kelly Thompson knocking out the park. I just kind of had a hard time finding the cover that I thought really called to me. Okay. Detective Comics 1094, written by Tom Taylor with art by Mikhail Janin. I am really loving this story that Tom Taylor is writing with the whole children out of the whole uh, juvenile detention center. I'm sorry, the name escapes me now. I can't remember. But this is a great story. It is also a nice treat to actually be enjoying both Detective and Batman again. I think I told you before, those current or previous arcs on Batman and Detective were just boring me to tears. I was only buying them to keep the numbers, consistent and going, but the stories were just boring me. So it was really nice to be enjoying these 2 titles again. I haven't read the rest of these, so those 2 I have. Flash #18, written by Simon Spurrier with art by Vasco G. Georgiev. This is another book that is on the bubble for me. I know I told you guys that I had already dropped Shazam and Power Girl because I just wasn't feeling it. And apparently neither is DC because they just announced they're cutting those 2 books. This one is another one that's on the bubble for me. I would really hate to drop a Flash book because, as I think you guys know, Flash is a character that took me from just a casual comic reader to a comic collector. So I really don't want to drop this book, but it's just not doing it for me. Okay. However, this book, Justice League Unlimited #4 by Mark Waid with art by Dan Mora. This is a fantastic series so far. Really love what Mark Waid is doing here with the whole theory of any hero in a DC universe can be a part of the Justice League at any given time, just like they did with the cartoon on Cartoon Network several years ago. And let's be honest, I don't think I've read very many books by Mark Waid that I was disappointed in. So this is fantastic. Also looking forward to this one, Superman #23, written by Joshua Williamson, also with art by Dan Mora. This is that whole Planet Doomsday storyline, which has been really good. I do love the fact that a lot of the story revolves around a future version of Doomsday who is not as violent, as intelligent, and actually has told Superman a couple issues earlier, you need to kill me in order to actually end this from ever happening. So those are my polls. Do real quickly want to show you a couple other things here from both Dark Horse and DC Comics. Batman and Aliens #1, signed by Bernie Wrightson, Pardon the glare there. I know that that's hard to see, but also Batman versus Aliens #2, um, still with art by Bernie Wrightson. Now, why did I show you these two books? Right, not to just to show them off, but to tell you that I am letting these go from my collection. So before I put these out there on the Evil Bay or one of the comic book forums, if you are interested in Batman and Aliens with #1 signed by Bernie Wrightson, message me. I'm going to let these bad boys go for 25 for both of them. Okay? That is it for this week. I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.